Heed well, listeners, for this world is darkness and pain. From the ice-capped mountains of Jotunheim to the untamed steppes in all their wild splendor. From shrouded Ophir, where dark creatures perform darker rites, to civilized lands like Argos and Zamar, where humans seek diversions, while their petty rulers wage endless war upon one another. The Stygian blackness of night encroaches from all sides, but some there are who stand against it. For revenge, for power, for bloodlust, or for principle. They bring their steel against this world. Throck of the wild barbarians, Arven of the Shadar Kai, Darrow the faceless one, and Raylan, the promised one, herald of Zelios. Against all they survey, these four will prevail. Or they will perish.
Hello and welcome to Shadows of Archonia, our 21st episode.
Our legal
21st,
episode.
we made
Yeah.
it.
Our 21st episode of.
So we're allowed to have alcohol on the stream now.
This is actually
Irish coffee.
bourbon I
yeah.
have in my drink right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's coffee.
Must be nice.
You may notice that the great and mighty Joshua is not present tonight. That is because he had a great and mighty son this week.
Yes.
Congratulations.
His second. And obviously he needs to be present with his family this Friday. So that's a thing. I will be taking the role of Throck temporarily. And
That'll be fun.
I will try to remember that Throck is the one Urman who seems to speak in complete sentences.
He's just been hanging out with us too long.
Yeah, that's probably what it
Figured out.
is. He was in the army with all those other humans too. So he's not here this week. Next week is Thanksgiving here in the United States, so there will
Nobody is
not
here.
be any game at all next week. Maybe we'll do some kind of a rerun or something, but no new stream. And then the week after that, we'll be back, hopefully with Joshua, maybe via Skype, maybe in person. We will see how the newborn situation plays out. But anyway, did I already say my name?
No.
I am Steve Boshear. I will be your dungeon master this evening for our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons live stream. And with me, as always, as normally,
Alan, playing Raylan right now, because I had to split back to Raylan.
Raylan
And Zelios.
And
And, well, just Raylan and Zelios.
Yeah, that's true. There is a third person in there, but
But
Alan is not.
I do not.
portraying
I
that person.
do not play that third person.
Not in control
Yeah.
of a third of his brain.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Carolyn playing often.
Matt playing Darrow and whoever he wants to be.
And I will be Throck tonight.
Yar.
Just temporarily. I'll get him out of the way quick. But so, if you've never watched before, we make heavy use of a third-party 5th edition supplement called the Dark Arts Player's Companion. There's a printout of it. Yes, by a Reddit user named JonoMan3000. He's a rad dude, and he has a Patreon that you might want to jump on. He creates a lot of awesome free content, supplemental material for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. And that, the Dark Arts Player's Companion, includes new races, new subclasses for almost every class in the game, because this week the new Eberron book came out and now there is an official artificer. I did ask him if he's going to revisit the Dark Arts Player's Companion and add an artificer, and he said no. No, he didn't say no. He said maybe when he's done with what he's working on now, which is the opposite of the Dark Arts Player's Companion, the Blazing Dawn Player's Companion. So this one has all sorts of dark and evil sort of subclass options and spells and monsters and races. And then the Blazing Dawn one has sort of the opposite one, where everything is themed after fire and radiance. So that's cool. Check him out. The intro you just saw had a whole bunch of artwork by me. I am Steve Boshear on ArtStation, and also in real life. But you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as Mighty Works Character Portraits. I do take commissions, so if you like what you saw in the intro and you'd like your character or your party rendered in my style, hit me up on one of those outlets. The music in the intro was by J-Man at OurMusicBox. You can find him on YouTube. The channel is OurMusicBox. And he has all sorts of free tracks that he's composed that are available for people to just use, because he's a great guy. And lastly, the voiceover narration in the intro was by Alexander George M.S., a fellow I know from the interwebs, who very graciously volunteered his time and effort to improve version 2.0 of our animated show intro. With that being said, it's all of the announcements and all of the credits. So let's get into the recap. Last week, Darrow, having accepted an assassination job and discovering that his old mentor, Dox, was in town, decided to recruit the rest of the party to help him with his gig in order to show Dox that friends are an asset and not a hindrance.
And not food.
Yeah. Dox apparently believes that they are on the same job, when in fact they are on competing jobs. Darrow was hired by a man named Sirio to kill the deputy mayor, Jarmish, while Dox was hired by Jarmish to kill Sirio. Darrow gathered from conversation with Dox that this was the case and allowed him to believe that they were both racing to kill Sirio. Last week, the party visited Jarmish's house, cased the joint, and Darrow came up with a plan on how to pull off the assassination while simultaneously protecting Sirio. But before that plan could go forward, the party learned that there were two Ermin being held prisoner by the town guard in the barracks. This, of course, would not stand with the noble Throck, so they went and talked their way into taking them out and just letting them go over the wall with some sort of excuse about, we'll come back for them so they can carry our bags. Somehow that worked, mostly because Oven is a Shadarkai who in the town of Firstfall and the rest of the nation of Lethia is worshipped as a messenger of the Raven Queen.
Caw.
So that's where we're at. You guys released Brock and Nuke, and then you came back to where you were staying, which is the Temple of the Raven Queen, and specifically the hospital ward where they have a lot of beds, and you started discussing your plan. So, you spend the night.
Yeah.
The next morning comes around, and the first thing that happens is a guard comes barreling in, waking you all up. and yelling. Says, Mistress, you're needed at the wall.
Why?
Listen. And if you all go quiet and listen for a second, and you hear a rhythmic pounding. It's very faint, but it's definitely there, and it's coming up through the floors. It's boom, boom, boom.
Is Throck still with us?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
So the guy says, you have to come see this. We have no idea what to do. And then he runs back out.
Oh no.
Well, that makes things complicated.
Oh,
It's early morning right now.
That's true. We still have a whole day.
Yeah.
coffee or anything. But also,
Whatever, Shadowkai drink.
All right.
Let's go.
haven't
I
had the
suppose.
blood of my enemies yet.
Pack up my gear and slip on my
Yeah, right.
Elon disguise.
Okay.
I follow.
Onward.
And Throck also grumbles, gets up, follows you guys out the door. The closer you get to the wall, the louder the pounding gets. It sounds like, well, like nothing you've ever heard, but it's rhythmic, as though 1,000 feet were just stomping the ground. And when you get to the wall, the captain who you met previously, actually you didn't meet him, but you spoke to him from the top of the wall. He never came down and talked to you like face to face, but he was there. He comes down, he says, Mistress, Captain Agnew, there's a very big problem outside.
Is it one big problem or is it lots of
Moderate.
semi-large problems?
I really don't think we should split hairs about it.
Fine. Yikes.
Come on up to the top of the wall.
Okay.
And he glares at Throck as you guys start up the stairs.
Yep.
And when you get to the
10
top,
gold says it's Granda.
when you get to the top, you look out, and on the other side of the river, nobody has stepped in the water. But on the other side of the river, there is an ocean of ermine. More than you've ever seen.
More? Even more than the...
The 200?
Yeah,
200?
more than them. They're there. They're near the front.
Oh, good. So
Yeah.
then we have Granda somewhere.
Yeah. And you actually can see Granda. She is standing in front of the crowd, and she's got her maul, and she's slamming it on the ground. And every ermine is following her. They're all going boom, boom, in a perfect unison, and that's what's creating the pounding. As soon as Throck walks up over the wall where they can see him,
Oh, man.
everyone raises their hammers in the air and yells, "Ah!" And then this one gigantic ermine, bigger than anyone you've ever seen, bigger than Throck even.
Even the guys from the temple? The
Barracudas?
Barracudas?
It actually
Barracudas?
is one of them.
Oh.
Barracudas.
Yeah, it's one of the Barracudas, yeah.
Barracudas.
He stomps out, and he's too far away. You don't know if it's one of the ones you've seen before, even if you were close. I mean, you can't tell them apart. But he stomps out, and he turns around, reaches back into the crowd and grabs something, and then raises up in one hand Hork by the scruff of his neck. Turns Hork around, and Hork yells, "Quiet!" And everyone shuts up.
I love it.
And then he brings Hork back, And Hork raises his 2 sickles that he got in that town.
Mm-hmm. I assume he's not covered in flour anymore.
No, he's not. Not much. He crosses them in the air and yells, "King Throck!" And all the Ermin go, "King Throck!" And then they just devolve into chaos. They're just cheering and yelling. And the captain turns to you guys and says, "What the hell are we supposed to do?" All along the wall, all the soldiers have like double quivers of arrows, and they're all ready to go, but clearly there's not enough of them.
Smile and wave.
No,
Hi, Granda. I'm gonna go ahead and yell back.
I skull human.
Not a human.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, this is up to Throck. Throck, these are your people, right?
Why are they here now?
Well, we did have them bring Granda.
I didn't think they would be back so soon.
We are the storm.
I told them to go the other way.
Yeah.
Well, but now they're here.
Not real great at direction, huh?
Granda yells up. Says, "Throck! Many Ermin have storm now.
Really?
No one know how to use it."
I whispered to Throck, tell them to prove it that they have the storm.
Why do they?
So Throck leans over and says, "Prove it." And
But they don't know how to use it.
No, but still, I want to see if they even.
so,
What they do.
so Hork does that, and the guy turns him around. And he yells, "Storm!" And just all these lightning bolts just go off, and like
Wow.
most of them hit the Ermin. Like they're just coming from random. They're coming from the sky. They're coming from the earth. Ermin are blowing up. It's just nuts, and
All right.
it's just chaos. And then Hork goes, "Stop!" And then it's quiet, and you hear a bunch of them just going, "Ooh."
Man, Justin was going to kick himself when he sees this episode.
Indeed.
Well, Hork comes back. He says, "King Throck! We need help! Come teach Storm!"
Well,
It seems like they need Throck.
Yeah. I can't think of another way of this not getting out of hand
Yeah.
more than it already is.
Maybe-
you want to teach them the storm, Throck?
No.
You should, because then if you don't, they might hurt the people here.
I don't think he cares about that.
Well,
Or themselves.
Or they might.
I don't.
Yeah.
They might hurt us by accident,
Or themselves.
or you.
He leans out over the wall, yells, "Don't hurt these ones. I'll be there in a minute."
Wow.
Throck actually turns and looks at you. Says, "Can you go instead?"
I mean, I know I'm like the least lightning person here.
But you're the most Throck person here.
I could Kronk, but what am I supposed to do?
Throck, you have to do this.
I could Throck even, but I still wouldn't even know what to do.
Throck, you have to prove that you are the storm, that you are the strongest Ermin.
They all know that.
Yeah, but now they have the storm, so they could get stronger than you. If you don't teach them properly.
You want me to teach them to be weak?
No,
They're not humans.
That's why they won't be weak.
I don't understand.
Neither do I.
You should go teach them, Throck.
He leans out over the wall. Granda, I'm bringing my friend.
Um,
Oh.
we have to still have to deal with something here first.
When he says he's bringing his friends, you hear lots of like laughter out in the crowd. And Hork says, King Throck! Not safe for friends!
Yeah, I don't think.
It's not even safe for them. They're out there zapping each other.
Yeah, Throck, I think this might be something that only you can do.
We'll be here when it's all over.
Yeah, when you're done, could just come back.
He leans over to the captain and says, Don't shoot Granda. And then he leans out and says, Granda! Come to wall. Which she does.
Okay.
And Throck goes down the steps to talk to her through the gate. You can't really hear what they're whispering, but eventually Throck agrees to go out, and they open the gate for him. And he and Granda cross the river again. And Throck disappears into the gigantic sea of
Oh, man. I'm looking forward to seeing when he comes back.
I hope they go far enough away that we're not going to hear lightning bolts all night long.
Although,
Probably.
They will not.
it would help.
Probably gonna be
Those
a,
lightning bolts will definitely help.
probably gonna be a big storm.
cover.
It's probably going to be a big storm tonight.
Yeah.
Big storm.
So Throck is
Excellent.
gone. Throck has left the town to teach an army of Ermin.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Yeah,
Oh,
he'll
he
be
absolutely will be.
Yeah, this is not really the question whether Throck is going to be fine.
Throck is a high king now.
Reluctant king.
Yes.
fine. Okay. Well,
So, yeah, when he leaves, Captain Agnew comes back and says, I guess it was a mistake to leave him outside the wall that first day. I think they saw the lightning.
Well, we tried to warn you.
well, it's okay.
To be fair, shut up.
But it's okay.
Look, if Throck is with us, they're with Throck. It'll be fine.
Your people are not in danger.
Mistress, I don't think any Erman can control that many other Erman.
Well, Throck is different.
You would be surprised.
Throck is strong as Erman. No, really.
200 of those out there
Oh,
we
those-
defeated just before coming here.
The captain goes to the gate and yells through, Hey! Which one of you is the strongest Erman? And they all just start yelling, every one of them.
You're not helping your cause.
Yeah. Listen, I don't suppose you told him to, like, take them away from the wall?
He told them to go the other direction initially. I'm sure he can handle.
I have a feeling it's going to get very loud for the next day or two out there, but
Yeah.
they won't cross the river.
Yeah. So you don't have to worry. There's just probably going to be a lot of storms.
I hope you have crops that need a lot of water.
Will it rain?
Might.
Oh, is it thunder and lightning? One would hope.
All right. I don't suppose you three are going to stay here and help us defend the wall.
Nah.
No.
I'm sure it's fine.
You're fine.
And we just leave.
You guys hear lightning bolts start going off as you walk away.
Nice. That's good.
Oh, Captain.
Enjoy the show.
Just for the first few, maybe for the first day, you should have your men just keep their heads down. The lightning bolts are not very accurate. I would just.
While you're talking, one of them hits the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we go back to our room then?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, is there food there? We can discuss plans since they now have to be changed a little bit. Well, we dine.
Yeah, people are bringing a meal to you guys and your friends while you're there.
Oh,
I found that. Is that not the current one? I don't know.
Oh, these are just extras.
Okay.
You can put them, you can throw them away. All right. So as we're eating, so Throck is not with us now. Do you still want to go through with your?
I think the
With your
plan
plan?
should mostly stay the same. We should just instead. I think your date should still happen. I know. Team effort, though. But make it take a little.
It's so awkward and
Just-
weird.
Well, this one might not be. Remember, he's a different one now. A different
But he's
Noonan.
gonna have to pretend to be the same.
That's even more fun. Just mess with him. I don't know. Keep him busy even longer if you could, because we won't be able to guard Sirio now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good luck with
'Cause-
that.
What do humans even talk about? Oh, you wouldn't know. What do-
Weather, politics.
I mean, yeah, I feel like Darrow would be the one of you that would know.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
lots of different human experiences.
I was inside a temple for most of my life, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you're a weird human.
Actually, he might be good for talking to weird people.
Again, Darrow's the
Yes.
only one that has two human parents.
Yeah.
True.
Don't know who they are, but you have them.
But Darrow, explain to me what was the plan again?
So, the plan is you shadow me into the locked room. I pick the lock for the chest and for the door to get out. And if that doesn't work, I have a backup plan. And then as Noonan/Docs, I kill Jarmish. I'm not going to do the love letter thing anymore. I had a night to sleep on that, and I feel like that's not fair to the real Noonan.
Okay.
I mean, this whole thing is already not fair to him, but he's dead, so it doesn't matter. And then, hopefully, if the date's still going, we can find some guards and burst in a blaze of glory and get Docs arrested. Successfully framed.
So you're gonna play as the guards as well? And
No, we'll just have to find guards and
just tell
them
them
that we saw Noonan running away with a knife or something and blood everywhere. I don't know.
And you're gonna use that knife to kill Jarmish? The one I gave you?
Yes. With some poison from my lady.
And
She smiles.
but once you kill Jarmish and leave the but what about Jarmish's wife?
Hopefully she witnesses Noonan leaving.
Throck's in the chat. The
Hey,
spirit, the
Throck.
spirit of Throck.
Hello.
You
Throck.
just missed your glorious departure.
Yeah.
It was glorious and also messy a little.
So I'm sorry. So you're gonna be disguised as Noonan then?
Correct.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Framing Noonan because that's the only way to get Docs, like, for sure, away from Sirio. Also to win.
Okay. Do you mind if I could speak to you privately just for a second?
Sure.
Is that- I just real quick.
Okay.
Just want to talk. So we go into like the other.
No respect around here.
We go into like the other room, and Raylan kind of goes up to you and says, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Like.
I mean, he's a criminal, or at least he's doing really shady things. So.
I don't know. Something about this doesn't feel right. Like. All the things we've done up until now, I feel like they've either been like taking care of evil or, but this kind of feels like we're just doing this for the money.
And all of the local blacksmiths.
But do you care about the blacksmiths?
No.
See, I don't know. I don't feel right about this.
Well, we can investigate further. I'm sure there's more shadiness to the whole thing. We can go infiltrate Sirio if you want. It'll just take longer and give more chance for Docs to kill Sirio, who I believe is the better of the two.
I mean, I don't want you to waste time. I'm just telling you that I feel kind of weird about this. That's all.
Well, if it helps you, you're not the one doing any of it. You're just making me a shadow.
I guess that's true. All right. I just want to just tell you how I feel about it. That's all.
All right. Well, hopefully it doesn't affect your relationship with Zelios in any kind of weird ways. But
I mean,
there's also 50 gold in it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But we're gonna do this tonight, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'll help you then.
Great. Glad to have you on board.
Okay.
While they're out of the room, Camilla comes and sits over next to you. Mistress, how do we know Darrow's real face is his real face?
We don't.
I kind of like that. It's been a while since you guys have killed anybody. I'm kind of getting antsy.
Well, if I recall correctly, you did not want to be a part of this particular killing.
Well, I did provide the poison, and I wouldn't mind hearing about it.
Well, unfortunately, or fortunately for us, you and I am supposed to finagle another date with Noonan. Now,
Like right now?
no, not like right now. What poisons do you have?
Well, a lot, but isn't Noonan actually Darrow's friend?
Mm-hmm. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I'm not sure Darrow will like it.
I'm sure Darrow will be perfectly fine with it.
Okay. She gives you a bottle of like this deep black liquid.
Ooh, what does this one do?
It stops his brain from working. You need him to take all of it though.
So, probably into the drink.
That'll work.
Do you have an antidote?
No.
Oh.
Do you need one with an antidote?
Well, my thinking is is if I pour it into the bottle, and then the bottle gets poured into both chalices, if I have an antidote for myself.
That's really a bad idea.
Yeah, I know.
The antidotes never work.
Oh.
I'm not that good at antidotes.
Uh,
I'm just good at poison.
well, I'll take the black one and see what I can do with it.
All right. She sort of smirks and wanders back across the room.
All right. And then we come back in. All right. So
We good?
I guess we're good.
Everyone's got their positions to play.
Yeah, just we should. Yeah. I'll be ready when you're ready.
Great. We have a whole day to kill.
Do you
Okay.
want to do anything throughout the day, or do you want to just wait till night?
I mean, if it helps you to talk to Sirio, or if it helps your conscience to figure out more information, we can go figure out more information.
No, I think Raylan got what he needed from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's kill some time.
All right. What do you guys want to do? Anyone?
Well, I have yet to finagle the date.
All right. So you want to go look for Noonan? You are not able to find him in the temple.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Can I ask one of the priests or the acolytes if they've seen him?
Yeah. You find Silonius, the high priest. He sent Noonan out earlier this morning on an errand to go buy some stuff for the temple.
I guess we're going to the market.
I guess we're going to the market.
I am going to go as somebody else.
I mean, but why? Noonan already knows who you are.
Not if I'm in a disguise he's never seen.
But he knows you're with us.
Other people could be with you.
Yeah, it's true.
Actually,
He
he's
was
seen...
at the wall.
Was he?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to be...
Well, the old Noonan was at the wall. Never mind. I guess other people could be with us. But he is an assassin, so I imagine that he's been spying on us.
Maybe.
Should I be Jack or Camilla?
Oh, Jack.
All right, I'm Jack.
Okay.
Wait, no, that's not going to work. Because the kids are always in school.
Oh, that's right.
Don't you have a restriction on 1 foot greater or lesser than your real height?
I don't actually know. I don't think I ever
That
read
might
that.
be
I think for changeling, there is no limit. But
maybe.
I know disguise self, you can't change height.
Well,
It just says... I get advantage on deception. It says you can't duplicate the appearance of a creature you've never seen. There's no height limits. It says transform your appearance, including your height, weight, facial features, sound of your voice, coloration, hair length, sex, and all like that.
That's
all right.
That's why chainling.
Or revert to your natural
There's
form.
some other feature in the game that maybe it's a spell that has that 1 foot limit.
Oh yeah.
So are you going to be Jack, or did you decide not to?
No, she was right. He's... Camilla,
Yes.
I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to be you for a little while.
Why?
Because I need to travel with these guys without Doc seeing me. Or knowing it's me.
How did he know it was you before?
Because these guys said my name in public.
Okay. The acolytes of the temple are moving through the room, making the beds right now, and you notice that Skell is not present.
Did he have to go somewhere?
Where's Skell?
Skell has been moved to one of the priest rooms, being a member of the clergy himself. We have beds set aside for those people.
Oh, since we're going to the market, Camilla, is there any ingredients you need while I'm there? Might as well play you and pick some up.
She pulls out a list that she already has written and gives it to you.
Great.
It's full of all sorts of roots and leaves and things of
I
that
don't
nature.
even know the names of half these things or what they are, but I'll try my best.
Okay.
All right, we head to the market.
While you're on your way there, Raylan, you start to feel an intense pressure in the back of your head. It's not quite a headache, but it's building to something that might be a headache.
I had one of those this morning. It was great.
I start to wonder if it's just another side effect from the alcohol the other day. I hope these hangovers don't last more than a day. Okay, but I keep moving.
All right. So you guys reach the sort of city center where all of the shops and marketplace sort of stands and booths are. It's not really like a big bazaar or anything, but there is like a main street where you can find a lot of shops and little side streets nearby where you can find more.
All right. Well, while I'm here, I'm gonna be like, I'm actually gonna look around a little bit myself.
Okay. Do you need some money?
I still have money from
Because I have some of your share.
the temple. I'm actually trying to get a new outfit.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Teenagers.
All right, so are you splitting up?
I'm gonna stay with her until we see an herbalism place, a shop or something on the way, or Noonan, whatever comes first.
Okay.
All right. While I'm away from them, I'm also gonna look for like a appraisal guy.
Okay. Well, one thing that you notice is that the booths and sort of outdoor kiosks where people sometimes might have shops set up are empty.
Ooh.
Nobody's opened one.
Does this have anything to do with the ermine outside?
Maybe.
So there's
Seems likely.
nobody.
There's nobody out on the street.
Man, I thought it was bustling. Never mind.
No.
All right.
It would be normally.
Is there an herbalism place nearby we can go inside and see if anyone's around?
Yes.
Can we stop over there?
All right. So yeah, there's a. You can. Are you wandering off then to try and find a
Yeah.
clothier?
Yeah, clothier
Clothier?
or just like a shop where they look like they specialize in jewelry.
Jewelry. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
He wants to bling up.
You are able to find either one. And you guys are able to find an herbalism shop. They have about half of the things on Camilla's list. Some of them they've heard of but don't have, and there are some things on the list that they have just no idea what it is.
I mean, half is better than none.
If you are going to buy all of those ingredients for Camilla, it's going to cost you 10 silver.
Great.
That's all?
Here is 10 silver. Pleasure doing business. Still no sign of...
No sign of Noonan. You haven't seen anyone on the street, and you've only been in the one shop.
Oh, okay.
Well, I suppose we can just kind of wander around looking for him.
How far is Sirio's place from here?
Couple of blocks.
Let's walk the rest of the district, and then if we don't see him, we should probably go stop by Sirio just in case.
Okay.
Raylan, did you want to go get clothes or jewelry first?
Clothes first.
Okay. Well, you find a clothing shop, and the door is unlocked, but when you go in, there's nobody at the counter.
Is there a thing to like ring?
Yes. It's
Alright.
actually like you have to pick up the little hammer, but yeah.
All right.
Ding. Guy comes down the stairs. He's like, "Oh, I thought that was locked."
Oh, sorry. The door was open. I thought you were open.
Well, as long as you don't have fur. What can I help you with?
I was just hoping just to get some new clothes.
He has a few things on racks, but it's clearly like a tailor shop, and he expects to make you something.
Oh, okay. I don't really see anything interesting right here. Do you make stuff too?
Well, yes, that's mostly what I do. Would you like another robe like the one you've got, or are you interested in some pants maybe?
Pants. Yeah, sure.
Have you ever worn pants?
I mean, not really.
Okay, so loose.
Yeah, loose.
All right. He starts going through the racks of clothes and talking to you about styles and things like that. And then when that's done, he'll take your measurements and start to work.
Okay.
All right. So there's that. What are you guys up to?
I guess going shop to shop, kind of just pretending we're browsing or window shopping, but looking for Noonan.
You find a few shops that are locked, a few that are open, but like that, there's nobody at the front right away. One thing you notice is the ones that have like an upstairs are the ones that are open, because those are the ones where the owners like live there.
Mm-hmm.
But the other ones are still locked. Nobody came to work.
And after we go through all of them, still no sign of Noonan.
You haven't seen them.
I think we should check and make sure that...
In fact, the only person you see on the street is occasionally you see Raylan coming out and doing his own thing. So
I should probably walk by, check
Sirio.
it out. Yeah.
Okay. We should let Raylan know, I suppose.
Yeah.
are you going to go find some jewelry first or what?
Yeah, I wanted to see if I can find a jewelry shop.
You find one that's open.
All right.
What is it that you're looking for?
No, I was just gonna ask whoever's working there if they could tell me the appraisal of my mother's necklace.
It looks really old to him, and it isn't made of anything particularly special, so he doesn't really value it at anything.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. And I'll also ask him if he's seen one like this before.
No, he has no idea what it is.
Okay. And
He wouldn't buy it from you because he doesn't think he could sell it.
what about my mom's ring?
That is worth something. Did I say it was silver?
I don't have that. I just put mom's ring.
Yeah, it is a silver ring, and you know, he would give you a few coins for it because he could definitely sell a silver ring.
Nah, I said no. It's too precious.
Okay.
All right, and yeah, I just wanted to go ask that question. So, yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. So, are you going to?
Yeah, I'll
go find them.
Yeah, I'll go back and find them. Hopefully with some new clothes.
Okay.
It's a pretty fast tailor.
No, he's still working on it.
Okay.
It'll be like tomorrow.
Okay, I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah. Are you guys heading over to Sirio's house then?
Yeah, we're gonna link up with. What?
I think we should go into a back alley somewhat close to Sirio's house.
He does have a back alley.
Not directly behind his house, in case Dox is there. I don't want him to see what I'm going to do.
Well, there's plenty of empty alleyways all over the town.
Excellent. Something maybe within like a minute of the house.
All right.
Because I've got an hour-long duration on this thing.
What you gonna turn into?
Pass without trace. I'm going to cast
Okay.
so that we can.
Pass without trace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
I update Raylan on like the fact that we didn't find you, and obviously, and we're gonna go stop by Sirio.
Okay.
All right. Well, how do you guys want to approach the house? Are you going to come up the front or what?
I mean, it doesn't matter. We're a veil of shadows and
Yeah.
silence.
It really
so.
doesn't matter. So back, just so we can find an alley before we get there, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are getting +10 to your stealth checks.
You're welcome.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
You guys are approaching from the back. Now remember the back, he has a backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an alley that goes behind his backyard, but there's also a wall. So if you're in the alley, you can't see into the yard without hopping the wall.
That's fine. We just need the alley for her to do her thing.
Okay.
How did I get in last time? There's a gate, right?
Yeah, I think you went through the gate, or you might have hopped the wall. I don't remember.
I think we're through the gate.
I mean, it's a short wall anyway. I could probably just hop it. If there isn't a gate that's unlocked.
Yeah.
Okay, let's, so we're walking down the alleyway, and you do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we become, like, shadow-ish?
You're like surrounded by shadows, but it mechanically it's just a +10 to stealth.
I have a similar thing, except it doesn't get +10 to stealth, it just completely hides you.
Yeah. Well, while Oven is getting ready to cast that spell, you hear a commotion from the house.
Oh dear.
And you hear what sounds like the door opening on the other side.
The front side?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run...
For the first time all day, you hear a voice outside. It's a woman, and she's saying, come on, we just got to get you to the temple. Come on, come with me. No, stay up. Come on, I can't carry you. Stay up.
I hearing that, run to the front.
Okay. Are you abandoning any attempt to be stealthy? This happens before you got the spell off, so you have not used that slot.
Yes.
Okay.
Mainly out of just not thinking.
So you are still in Camilla form.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see is Sirio with a woman who must be his wife. He is looking extremely ill. He is very pale, covered in like a cold sweat. His eyes are like trying to close, and he's barely standing up. She has his arm over her shoulders, and she's trying to like walk him down the street. She sees you and she says, You Can you help me? My husband, he's just fallen so ill. I have to get him to the temple hospital.
Oh dear. Yes. And I run up like a concerned random person and I guess help carry him.
Okay.
Take an arm around.
She said, I would hire a cab, but there's nobody's out on the street today. We're just going to have to walk him there.
As I'm like passing the alley, I like nod for you guys to check out the house.
Okay.
All right.
Like go. And unless either of you have the ability to heal poisons, which I don't think you do.
I don't.
No.
I have the ability to prevent poisons and the ability to detect poisons.
I have the ability to administer them.
Well, the two of you start making
I
progress.
mean, I do have the healing
Towards the
touch
temple,
or
or-
cure wounds.
The three of you.
Three of us.
Are you two going to go in the house, or are you going to follow Darrow?
Gonna go in the house.
Okay. Well, you have no trouble getting in the house because she left the door unlocked in her panic. And what you see is a very nice house for the area. It's nothing compared to what you might see in an upscale neighborhood back in Zahir, for example. But for First Fall, it's comparable to Jarmish's house. Like all the other houses, the walls are made of wood, but this one has some sort of like stone, what do you call it, half walls. And, very nice furniture, a lot of books. And you see that there is a chair knocked over in the dining room that nobody picked up. And there are books left out that nobody put away.
Is there food or drink or anything like?
There's nothing out. While you
no,
are...
it's not the greatest, but I'm going to. What is my
What are you rolling?
investigation?
Okay.
Kind of look around.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Clues to any potential like vials or.
You
things like
don't
that.
see...
I rolled an 11.
You don't see any bloody knives or empty vials of poison, no. What you do come across is the servant who comes out of the kitchen and says, who are you? What are you doing in here? He takes note of how you look and sort of takes a step back. What's going on?
Who are you?
I work for Lord Sirio. I cook, I clean, I are you? Wow. Why are you looking at me like that, mistress? What are you doing in the master's? Where is he?
You didn't hear the commotion?
I've been in the kitchen. There's a storage cellar under the kitchen. I've been in there. What happened?
You didn't hear
Is the master all right?
chair falling over?
No.
Despite the fact that you were in the cellar and you should have heard.
Well, the cellar doesn't go under this room. What happened?
And the master has been taken to the hospital ward.
Why? Is he hurt?
We're not sure.
Who is this?
This is my ward.
Well, mistress, no disrespect, but If you don't have the master's permission to be here, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Oh, certainly we do. His wife, who with one of our companions took
What,
Syrio to the hospital ward.
what can I help you with?
You heard nothing. How long were you in the cellar?
I was cleaning up from breakfast. I had to put some food away. I had to put the dishes back in the cabinet down there.
What was for breakfast?
Potatoes, bacon, tomatoes.
Where did it come from?
What is going on here? This is too much. You're not with the guard. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Right now, please. I'm going out to find the master. If what you say is true, then I should find him between here and the hospital ward.
All right. Raylan will start to leave.
By all means.
Are you moving towards the door?
Backing up towards the door.
He's bustling you out. Go, go. I don't mean any disrespect to your position, mistress, but you are not supposed to be here. The eyes.
All right.
Okay, so as soon as you're out the door, he comes out with you and turns and locks the door and takes off at a run down the street, following where Darrow and Syrio would have went.
I guess
Do
we
you
just,
suppose that was Doc's?
maybe. Could be. But
I suggest we follow.
all right, we'll follow.
Well, you follow. You see the servant come up upon Camilla and Syrio and his wife, and he takes over from Syrio's wife, and being much larger than her, he is able to carry Syrio more easily. They get to the Temple Ward. It's just a few blocks because it's not that big of a town. And go inside. And of course, they take him directly to the hospital where you guys have been sleeping. And they drop him into a bed. Some acolytes and the high priest come to start working on him.
I'm going to approach the wife and the servant, and can I first ask questions later?
I agree.
Um,
100%.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm
approach
sure you all agree.
the wife and the servant and be like, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to step outside while the acolytes work. We'll update you as soon as possible.
But- Who are you? Why do you get to stay here? He's my husband.
I'm a specialist in this category.
She looks over your shoulder at the real Camilla and says, "What are you?"
Twins.
Oh,
Twins.
they took him into the same room.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have been
Twins.
sleeping
Twins.
in the hospital ward.
Twins. They're twins.
Okay. Are you both patients here?
No, they're with me. We've been given this room
Oh,
as we were many.
please take care of my husband, she calls out as she's leaving the room.
I exit with them and like try to comfort them for a bit, and then step away to a quieter place to change.
So the high priest Salonius turns around to you and says, "Mistress, please, is there anything you can do?"
You can prepare new things after a long rest, right?
He seems to have come down with some sort of violent, sudden illness.
I'm gonna go back to Elon, and then
I don't No.
Okay.
I'll come back into the room and walk over to Camilla and ask her if she can identify the poison used, and if there's anything she could do, if there's an antidote. I know she's terrible at antidotes, but
She
at least identifying it would help. Sorry.
That's okay.
She looks at Sirio for a minute and says, I don't think he's been poisoned. He seems to actually have some sort of sickness. There's nothing I know of that would do this to him.
That's good news. It narrows down a lot of things.
Does it?
Well, there should be a doctor here, right?
Well, Solonius the High Priest is here, and there are 2 acolytes also.
Okay.
Yeah. They are stripping his clothes off, putting cold compresses on his head, and generally, making him comfortable, but they are stumped. They don't know what to do for him.
Keep him hydrated.
Well, I suppose we should just let them leave it to him, I guess.
They managed to get him more or less comfortable. He's completely unconscious at this point. And when there's nothing more that they can do, Solonius leaves the room, along with one of the 2 acolytes. And one of them stays by his side. She actually addresses Camilla. Says, you said you know something of poisons? To which Camilla replies yes, and she says, what kind of poison do you think did this? And Camilla repeats what she said, that this is nothing. Nothing she's seen before. The acolyte says, and do you have other poisons with you? I don't understand.
She's an expert at healing poisons, but since that's not the problem, there's nothing she could do.
Oh. I wonder if she can heal this. And she reaches beneath her robe and pulls out a small vial and pours it into Sirio's mouth. At which point he coughs violently and dies.
Oh, that was him. He was the wife.
No, that was the acolyte, right?
She looks at you, and her voice changes to a male voice and says, I admit you had me fooled for a little bit. I really thought we were both on the same job. But you didn't scratch out the mark. As soon as I went to his house, I realized what had happened. Boy, you spent so much time trying to figure out how to work your little friends into your game when you could have just walked in and killed a man.
Well, we also had to save a few other Ermin and deal with a horde out front. But
This man would have been dead by this time yesterday if I hadn't wanted to talk to you.
well,
In fact, I didn't need to bring him here. You have to think about these things, boy. You met me disguised as Noonan, so you just assumed that I still was? I've been 4 different people since then.
I've been a couple myself. Didn't think you would have a reason to change your appearance.
As soon as
Unless
I
you
was
were
identified,
discovered.
I was discovered by you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're a bit richer now. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends.
Remember to finish your job, though. It doesn't bode well for one of us to leave a task unfinished, dead client or not.
I intend to. I was still paid half of my money.
All right. He stands up. She stands up. And she starts to walk out the door, and she looks over at you and says, "I look forward to our date later," and just leaves.
How did he know that? How would he have known there was a date? Okay.
That's not happening.
No, apparently there's not a date happening now.
No. Well, I guess we can just go ahead and
Who should?
kill Jarmish.
Yeah.
After he leaves, you hear the sound of Sirio's wife screaming in the hall. She comes barreling in and starts crying over his bed.
That was fast-acting poison. All right. Well, yeah. Let's go do our dirty business now and leave this poor wife to deal with her husband.
I mean, wasn't the whole point of this just to beat Serial to the punch?
Mm-hmm. So that we could get paid.
Yeah.
But you kind of lost already. Is there even any point to this?
I was still paid.
How much?
Oh, I only got half, so 100 gold.
100 gold for killing somebody?
That's half, so it's 200 total.
Still seems kind of small for a life, right?
Yeah, Doc said I should ask for more.
A different acolyte is walking by when you say that, and he speaks in Doc's voice. He says, "That's what I keep telling him."
Did you stop that?
No. By the way, Serial would have died anyway. The poison just... I'm a little bit of a showman.
Oh, I had a good show for you coming.
Well, one thing you might want to think about, if someone has a deadly disease, you can take a little bit of their blood and give it to someone else. It's not exactly poison, but it still kills a man.
I believe it's called a vaccine.
I didn't have any ill people nearby.
Well, if you ever need to make something look like a sickness, all you have to do is make someone sick. You left too soon, boy. There was so much I still had to teach you.
Yeah, but there's still so much I needed out of life that you couldn't provide.
Life. What does a changeling need life for? We are death.
No.
Have you considered?
Are you gonna try to convert him?
He makes a tattoo come over his eye, says, "Been there, done that."
But really believing, have you considered that?
If
You
you're
say.
asking me, do I believe in the Raven Queen? Kind of hard not to in our line of work.
Would you consider doing your work for her?
No. See you later.
What? But tell me honestly, did you know I was Camilla for a minute?
Yes. You're not very good at this, boy. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know I was Camilla for a minute?
I actually suspected it.
Well, better than nothing.
In fact, I almost expected her to be the one killing him right now. That would have been more showmanship.
She wanted to.
Oh, I know she did. She did.
I was only her for just a minute. She was out using the restroom. I would have killed her like I did Noonan, but she seemed like a good friend of yours.
Yeah, that would have made things a little awkward between us.
Things have been awkward between us for a long time.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to kill you right now.
Lucky for you.
It would be very difficult for you to kill me and my friends.
About our date later.
Yeah.
Maybe someone not as awkward as Noonan.
Well, what are you into? He turns into Raylan.
Definitely not. No, no, no.
Oh, maybe the hairy one.
No. I like the hairy one as a friend.
What happened to the one with the wings?
That one?
Or
Wait, are you the one with the wings?
Sometimes.
Are you one of us?
No.
Are you one of him? Not like profession, but
What do you think?
at the,
I mean, yeah. Yes, he is.
I taught this boy everything he knows. Let me tell you something. Humans don't care about us. The only reason this boy's alive is because I pulled him off a rock where he was left to die.
And I owe you a lot for that.
Just get better at your job.
You know whom she might want to date? And Darrow turns into the original Docs.
You've never seen the original docs.
Really? He's never been himself?
He's never been himself in front of you.
Okay.
Even
what
when
about the original? What he thinks Docs looks like?
No, if there's no original, then I mean, I would know what a changeling looks like.
Yeah. You have seen him in the form of a changeling, but you've seen him in the form of several changelings. So you don't know which one, if any of them, is his real face.
Okay. Damn, that joke went out the window.
Good try though.
I mean, he
It's just
is
canon.
what you are. He's a faceless one, and he takes it very seriously.
Yeah.
Even other faceless ones do not know his face.
Yeah. They're not supposed to. He has an advantage on me because I was a child when he found me.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fine with that, but he's still, he's not that good of a dad.
Well, if we end up on the same job again, I'll take some of that stuff to heart.
Well, I guess you're never gonna listen to me about these sorts of attachments. Maybe in another 10 years you'll get wise.
Okay, yeah. Are you gonna go get yourself paid before we kill him, or are you just gonna...
I already took all the money out of that house.
Oh, that sucks because what I was hoping to find.
No, I left your 100.
Oh, thank you.
We all have to get paid. Never step on a faceless man's job.
All right. Until next time. I guess I don't need your guys' help in this now.
I mean,
Great. I'm gonna go to
I
the
s-
wall.
You
and-
still need my help to get into that door, though.
I only needed your help to
don't
get
think
into
he
the locked
does.
room.
Yeah, don't
Do
you
you-
still
do
want to see
you?
what's in that locked room?
Do you though?
I mean, he just said he cleaned out the house.
No,
He
that
cleaned out
wasn't
Sirio's
Jarmish's
house.
house.
Oh, Sirio's house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he left your 100 of Sirio's money.
Oh, because I thought he was going to get paid by Jarmish. That's what she was saying. Like, he should go get paid before I kill him.
Yeah, well, he cleared out Sirio's house, and he's also going to go get paid. Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you a half-hour head start to get your money.
Thanks. He's already gone.
Great. Yeah, let's see what he has in his little locker
Yeah.
and stuff.
Because I'm curious to see what's in there, too.
Yeah, there's more to it.
Did you want to come? Or did you want to...
Yeah. Why
There you go.
not?
Camilla rolls up, says, yes.
Great. It'll be a party.
I don't think we need that many people, though.
I don't...
Does it matter?
I mean, it'll be more... I'm no killer, but it'll be more easy for them to see what people, right?
I could finish off that spell that I started.
The question is, who do we frame now?
Do you need to frame anybody?
We could still frame Noonan.
Camilla says, it could still be an accident or a disease.
We do now have a disease. But there's a crying lady over the body at the moment.
Camilla walks over. Says, come on, dear. You don't need to see this anymore. Let's get you home. She starts walking Sirio's wife out
Gosh,
to
she's
where
so
to where the servant is.
useful.
She really is. I hope she never dies.
I hope she never dies either.
Skell is standing. He's coming around the corner just as you say that, and he says, that sounds sacrilegious.
I'm gonna take a vial or one of the.
Just gonna bleed him out.
I'm just gonna poke a hole. I'm not a surgeon. I don't know.
Camilla with a K, Joshua.
Is it with a K? I saw
It's
that.
with a K.
Well,
I mean, it is super useful.
regardless, we are slicing her wrists and taking her blood.
His.
His.
I don't need that much.
You don't know that.
Touch the body for random memory.
Okay.
Ooh.
Haha.
Let me think for a second. didn't see this coming.
That's
For some reason, I didn't see this coming.
I didn't see it coming either.
That's for you, Joshua. That's
The
for you.
random memory. Okay.
Is it random or is that the last memory?
Random.
It's the last memory.
Because I
if-
saw how he died already.
Yeah, if you don't know how he died, you see how he died. But if you do know how he died, you get a random memory.
I see.
You see him talking to a man you don't recognize. And the person he's talking to is clearly like a blue-collar working man type. And you see him through Sirio's eyes, and Sirio is saying, listen, I don't know what Jarmish is playing at, but clearly all of you are going to lose your shirts if this thing goes through. I know you can't handle the business, but maybe we'll just have to work harder to attract more blacksmiths to the town. And that's basically where it ends. So nothing particularly useful. It's what you already knew about him.
Okay.
Well, no, now you know at least he's like a good guy, for sure. Or at least, yeah.
Nice.
He's still
Still a politician.
a politician. Yeah.
All right. I don't mention anything.
All right.
I have an idea you might like, but I'll tell you after we do this thing.
Okay.
Skell pulls you aside. He says, Mistress, they've put me up in rooms here at the temple.
I've heard.
Yeah. I wanted to let you know that I am being sent back to Zahir.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't have to leave for a couple of weeks, but the Apostle Berdio arrived overnight, and I believe he's going to want to speak with you later. Raffin and Jack are being allowed to stay here, but I have to go back.
I am.
What about Camilla? Oh wait, no, I'm not part of that conversation.
That is not the best outcome.
Well, it's going to be a much longer trip on the way there, as you know. We will not be crossing the Untamed Steppes. We'll be taking the southern route. So I will
No, says Joshua.
I will have some time to think things over, and the next caravan heading that way, I will be on it.
Do I hear any of this?
I told him.
You're busy talking murder with Darrow.
We're probably already on the way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you could, I do also have a commission then for you there in Zahir.
Whatever you need, mistress.
The Raven Queen feels that lately there have been too many unnatural deaths.
What do you mean?
Death, as you know, is part of the normal cycle.
Yes, of course.
But for some reason, there have been an increasing number, and myself, indeed, I had to put down, shall we say, before I ever made it to Zahir, a large number of undead.
Yes, you've told us.
If you could, knowing how we left Zahir, I know it is very possible that you will meet the Queen very soon. But in the interim, if you could, send me a raven and let me know what is happening in the city.
Of course, mistress. But I'm confused. You're saying the Queen is displeased because too many people are dying?
Unnaturally. There's the natural cycle of death, and then there's whatever is happening.
Zombies.
In Zahir?
In general. And since Zahir seems to be a place that, when we left, was not ideal for natural causes, shall we say?
Are you saying that the Queen would like us to save those lives?
If at all possible.
I have to tell you, I don't think very many people here in the temple would take that kind of news well.
Which is why I am not announcing this.
If I
don't.
didn't know you as I do, I might not believe you. But I will do as you ask.
Simply just send me a raven and let me know
Yes, mistress.
what's happening.
I will do it. Now, I believe you should head into the great meeting room. The Apostle Bertio is here. He wanted to speak with you next.
Of course.
Where are you two guys?
We're heading back.
On our way to the job.
You're already on your way to Jarmish's house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you, let's just say you've gotten there. You're outside the place. What form are you in, Darrow?
Right now I'm in Elon. I'm going to change. I'm still gonna do Noonan.
Okay. Still, you
I
see
could do his
nobody
wife, but
on the
that's
streets
messed
and
up.
hear the sounds of distant thunderbolts.
Love it.
The occasional rumble underfoot.
And I have the dagger. Oh wait, no, I'm doing the illness now.
Yeah, you have some of Sirio's blood in a vial.
Okay.
Joshua says boom.
Ooh, ah.
Thing. So, are you gonna go in the house?
Yeah.
You know, I'm still very curious about that chest that was in that room. Maybe you can check that out first.
That's where I want to go first. That's what you're here for, really. Getting in the house was easy, but getting into that room, the shadow, I think would expedite it.
Okay. All right. Can you do me a favor and just show me what was in that chest before you kill Jarmish?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Raylan touches you, and you become the ultimate shadow.
The ultimate shadow assassin.
All right. You are a shadow.
Does that automatically make me stealthy, or do I have to still roll?
Automatic.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I mean, you literally are a shadow. So,
I mean,
as long as you don't do something super obviously unnatural,
okay. Well, I'm
it's
gonna
pretty easy to hide.
kind of move from shadow to shadow until I'm upstairs, and I assume I can go under the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You did. So,
Mhm.
yeah, great. I'm gonna hop into that room. Do we need pieces, or do we care?
The pieces are over there.
The locker room.
This one, right?
Yes.
So once you become human again,
Yeah.
my concentration goes off. So you can't become a shadow again.
That's fine. So yeah, I take form.
Okay. You're in the room?
Yep.
Okay. I'll let you know. On the way up, you heard, you saw Jarmish's wife downstairs sort of talking to the servants, and you heard Jarmish's voice coming from the study, that room over there. Oop.
Okay.
Let's get that. There we go. You're upstairs. Can we turn the camera a little bit?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So, yeah, you're here.
Tilt up a little bit.
Jarmish is here.
Do you want a figure for Jarmish?
Yeah, I got one here, I think. Which one is he? He's this guy.
Woot.
Okay.
Oh, it's far away.
Yeah, probably should have put that there myself.
Thanks.
Okay.
I will.
And the wife?
Yeah, I've got the wife, and I need the servant.
Actually, I saw the servants on the way up, right?
Yeah, just one of them.
Okay.
They were
A male or female?
male. The same one that served dinner the other night.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They're in there. They were talking about nothing in particular.
Great.
You see
What
3
time-
bookcases in a chest.
Great. What time of day is it? It's evening now?
It's like late morning at this point.
Oh, wow. We had a lot. No time has passed. Okay, great.
Yeah, you guys woke up early, went to the wall, came back, went to Syria, went to the market. No, you did spend some time in the market, so it's like midday, maybe a little bit after.
Yeah.
Okay, so like a little bit after lunch.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, then first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change into the servant.
Okay.
I
That's a good
realize
idea.
I don't need to frame anybody because it's gonna just be an illness anyway.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to approach the locker and examine the lock.
All right. Roll investigation.
For checks or for traps and stuff. 13.
Yeah, you see a small wire on the outside of the chest at the corner where you might not notice it if you weren't looking. It runs from the lid to the main part of the chest and then around a screw and up inside.
Okay. Can I disarm it? Is that...
Yeah, you've seen this kind of thing before. All you've got to do is disconnect the wire from the lid.
Oh, great. So do I need to roll for that, or is it like
Yeah, give me a
slide it?
dexterity check with thieves' tools. So dex checks plus proficiency.
Sorry, that was me.
Okay. Non-natural 20.
Okay, yeah, you easily get it. But the chest is still locked.
All right, and then slide a hand for the chest.
You are doing a check with the thieves' tool, so
Yes.
it's dex plus proficiency.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's even better than my slide a hand, actually. Natural 20.
Okay.
So 29.
So it just takes you like maybe 20 seconds, and the lock pops, the lid opens up. You find in there a whole lot of gems,
Oh, shit.
bags and bags of money. You have about 100 gold pieces, 300 silver pieces, and 500 copper.
Can I,
And then just, is that including the gems? That's like the total?
The value of the gems included, yes.
Okay.
This is where
Not 20.
Jarmish has been keeping the alcohol taxes.
Yeah.
There is also a rapier in the chest. It is extremely nice. It has a jeweled hilt. And as you pick it up, you feel that it is very well balanced.
Oh, awesome. I'm definitely taking it because I am proficient in figures.
And am I able to send a message to Darrow?
Do you have a spell that can do that?
Message.
Does that require? I think that requires you pointing at him, so you'd have to be able to see him. If you had sending, you could do it.
Sending can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Message can't.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, Darrow, the rapier is a +1 rapier.
Sick. I'll just write it over here for now.
Yeah.
And it's fancy.
I'm going to leave you in that room. We're going to get back to Oven.
Great.
You find Salonius and Bertio, who you haven't seen since episode 1, sitting at a conference table in a meeting room in the temple.
I wasn't there for episode 1. Can you remind me or let me know? I guess I wasn't there either as a Darrow. So.
Yeah, but Bertio was present shortly after she met Raylan and Throck.
Okay.
Right after the battle. And he is the one who instructed her to protect the boy.
Got it.
So, no, he is also the one who told the cultists in Zahir that you were coming, and who told the cultists here that you were coming.
Okay.
So you come in, and Salonius says, "Ah, mistress, the apostle was just telling me that he's been dealing with you for some time."
That's an odd way to put it. Hello, Bertio.
No offense intended, mistress. He says, "Hello, Oven. I see you've done well. You've gotten the boy here, although he apparently wasn't exactly a boy when he arrived."
He teenagers.
Yes, indeed. There is some talk in the capital about this boy. Apparently, numerous of the high priests have had visions regarding him.
Oh, I'm sure they have.
Yes, it's quite interesting. The queen seems to have quite an interest in the boy.
Oh, I'm sure she does, yeah.
She has not sent this many visions to our people in centuries.
Well, perhaps you were not aware he is the chosen one of the Unchained God.
You mean the chained god?
Whatever. That one.
What
The
is that
crazy
sound?
one.
Did anyone else hear that? It
I
sounded
did.
like a string being
Oh,
plucked.
Oh, that's me.
Oh.
He's like,
That's him playing with the fish.
Oh, it's a Phil. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I got you. that is, yeah, that's what I heard. Okay. What did you say?
The crazy god.
Yes. Nobody knows very much about the chained god, but we do know that he is a god of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Which is odd. Because the boy is apparently the son of a devil. And devils are creatures of order.
Something like that. He has a betrothed who is, wow.
Like him?
No, big, giant skeleton lady.
Where is she?
I don't know. She looked human, and then I did a thing, and then she turned into a skeleton, and
You did a thing,
I did a thing.
Oven.
I thought I was helping because she was a human at that point and she was chanting and doing a ritual sacrifice of people, and I shot her with an ice knife,
And she turned into a giant devil skeleton.
yeah. And then she flew off.
Well, for some reason, the Queen thinks that you're the person to trust with this job. So I will tell you what we do know.
Excellent.
The boy is a creature of conflict.
Mm-hmm.
He was empowered by chaos, but born of order. He has a human mother and a devil father.
Oh, that must have been an interesting pairing.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't there. He has one personality that is that of a typical teenage boy, and one that is apparently a murderous devil from the 9 hells.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty accurate.
Ooh.
And then he melded them, which is what they saw when he first came in, and he had the devil,
We didn't even know that part.
devil part under control, and I don't know what's happened now, but he's...
It's very confusing, and needless to say, even without any prophecies or gods involved, someone like him would be very, very dangerous. But for some reason,
Protect the boy.
the Queen wants us to protect the boy. Apparently there is something very valuable about him that outweighs how dangerous he is.
About that,
Yes.
one of our cultists died a fairly horrific death in front of his cult's temple. And he touched her, and now she's inside his brain.
You mentioned that in a letter, something about an undead who was not an undead. Is that what you meant?
Yes. Her body is quite dead. We buried it. It was starting to rot and not,
Did you commit her body to the Queen?
of course.
Yet her soul is in the boy's head.
That is the long and short of it, yes.
I wonder if this is... You say she was one of us?
Yes, but she was... Skell, you explain.
Skell's not here.
Oh, damn. Skell! Could someone bring Skell? I think you could probably better explain.
Yeah,
girl.
Salonius sends for Skell, who comes in, and you repeat your question. He will say, Eerie is a girl we met in Zahir. She quite devout in her faith in the Queen, but mentally unstable. She would have moments of clairvoyance, but unreliably. And she seemed incapable of grasping the world around her to some extent. We all loved her very much, and we didn't really know what to make of it when she somehow turned up in the boy's head. He touched her body, and the next thing we knew, he was complaining about hearing her voice. We wouldn't have believed him, but he was able to let us hear it. Somehow he would point at us, and we would hear her voice from inside her head. I believe she's still there. Is that about what you needed me to tell them, mistress?
Yes.
Okay. Am I dismissed?
Yes.
Okay. So he leaves, and Bertio just starts rubbing his temples. Oven,
Bertio.
you were sent here with a simple task. Bring some giants to an army.
Which I did.
Sort of.
I did.
I don't want to get into that right now. Somehow, your role on this plane has expanded. I am an apostle of the cult of the Raven Queen. I understand that as one of the holy messengers, I owe you some deference. But you are very young, and you're not used to the way things work here. As a result of this, I have been asked to oversee your efforts, even while you are the Queen's own chosen to protect the boy. And before you return to him, there is something that she wanted you to have. He reaches behind him and pulls up this long object that's been wrapped in a black cloth. He says, Mistress, the temple in the capital received this gift from the ravens themselves. The Queen told our high priest that it is called the Staff of Murder. And he unwraps it. It's this long wooden staff, about 5.5 feet long, and it is made of a very hard, very dark, gnarled black wood with no adornments. He says, I believe that you will be able to make use of it in order to carry out your mission with the boy. So we are going to take our 10-minute break here. We'll come back to Darrow in that room. And while we are out, you can find the Staff of Murder in D&D Beyond. It's a homebrew item. Add that to your list. You will need to spend an hour of a long rest attuning to it.
Staff of Murder. Whoa.
In order to use its properties. So, yeah, we're a little late for our break. We got a little caught up in the role playing, but we'll be back in 10 minutes from this very time. So we'll see everyone then.
Woot.
All right.
Please bring
Welcome back.
Jarmish.
Woot. Welcome back.
We have resumed our game-a-majig. So Oven is busy marveling at her Staff of Murder. Just to let the viewers know what it does. This is a item that I homebrewed for her. It is based on the Staff of Swarming Insects that you can find in the Dungeon Master's Guide. 10 charges, regaining 1d6 plus 4 expended charges at dawn. Usual stuff about if you run out of charges, it might blow up. So it has 2 stored magical spells in it. The first is Conjure Animals, which costs 3 charges and must summon 8 swarms of ravens. A swarm of raven being a CR 1/4 creature, so Conjure Animals summons 8 of them. Alternately, you can use 1 charge to cast Find Familiar, either spell without using your own spell slot. And if you cast Find Familiar that way, it must be a raven. Lastly, the staff has an extra property called Murder Cloud, where she can basically make it explode into a cloud of ravens that surrounds her and makes her heavily obscured from attack. So if you do that, the cloud of ravens that results will not be able to attack or do any of the do any of the other things that summoned ravens would normally do. They function merely as a smokescreen. So
it's the staff of murder.
It's the staff of murder.
Of crows.
Yes.
Crows. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you. I was quite proud of it. So,
Dad jokes.
now that everyone's got a magic weapon except Raylan.
I don't have a magic
Raylan
weapon.
Someday.
Is a magic weapon?
Yeah.
I
Well,
just-
yeah.
I
Well,
just-
you have two
plus-
+1
plus
weapons,
one
which
weapons.
in our sort of flavoring of the game are not magical. But
Yes. They're
Game
just
one.
better.
game rules wise, they are magical weapons.
Great.
Even though I'm telling you they're just very well made.
Mhm.
So, speaking of you, marveling at your brand new +1 rapier and undoubtedly pairing it with your +1 dagger and leaving that other stupid dagger alone forever,
Shiny.
you are in Jarmish's little safe room here.
Yes. I'm gonna go to the door. Does it unlock from the inside, or do you need a key to unlock from either side?
You need a key.
So I need to pick it.
Yeah.
Great.
Haha.
Where am I? Oh, it's right here.
That's
In front of my
the
face.
same issue.
All right, then I'm going to attempt. Actually, I'm going to listen to make sure there's no one on the outside of the door first.
You don't hear anything.
Great. I'm also grabbing obviously all the monies and gems and things and all that good stuff.
Roll stealth to see if you can do so quietly.
Copy. 12 stealth.
12 stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you are able to pick things up. Alan, I owe you an apology. You can cast message through solid objects.
Dang.
You may now send a message to... He's still in that room. If you want to do it now, you can send a message to him.
And I can't respond, right? I can only hear it.
You can respond in 25 words or less.
Oh, okay.
Well,
It says right in the spell, actually. We should have consulted it.
yeah.
I remembered that you have to point, but I just assumed you had to see the target, but you don't.
So, yeah, a message does come to Darrow, but it's in a language he doesn't understand.
Whose voice is it in?
It's Zelios' voice.
So I'm like about to pick the lock and I stop and you hear it. And that was weird.
You are able to reply. You magically know that you are able to reply.
Pardon? I did not understand anything you just said.
No response.
All right. So from that point on, it goes forward as we described. You are able to open the chest and get the stuff.
Okay. I'm going to pick the lock now of the door.
Okay.
+6, not +9. 18.
You easily pick the lock.
Great. I'm going to kind of open the door, peek my head out, make sure no one else is on this floor. And I'm going to work my way over to the door where Jarmish is. Is it open or closed?
It is closed.
Okay. Shoot, I forgot. I'm actually going to pull out one of my crossbow arrows.
Okay.
I'm going to. I might have to roll something for this, I guess, but I'm going to remove the arrowhead or break off the arrowhead.
Yeah, you can just break it off.
Great. I'm going to break it off and I'm going to dip that in the blood,
Okay.
and then I'm going to put it like between my fingers.
You get another message from Zelios. But this time it's still jumbled up in like the demonic language. But every now and then you do hear like a couple words that just say like good.
Okay, good. I actually, this time when I hear it, since I'm in the hallway, like sneaking, I first like jump, like making sure no one, or why wasn't somebody behind me. But.
Since Zelios is taking actions right now, I should address what's happening with him. Raylan has not heard from Zelios or Eerie since he separated and put Zelios in charge of restraining Eerie. The headache that you were experiencing earlier was the result of Zelios and Eerie in conflict. Eerie was desperately trying to send a no, don't message, while Zelios was just trying to shut her up. So that is in concert with Zelios having trouble speaking in the correct language right now.
Well, I don't know any of that, so...
No, you don't know any of that, but I want to make sure Alan was aware of it, that Zelios is currently locked in a struggle with Eerie.
That's fine.
Oh, great.
So you are putting the arrowhead in your hand like...
kind of like sticking out a little bit.
Like
so
this side?
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Just a little, like a short little arrowhead. And I'm going to go up to the door and I'm going to knock on it. Pardon, sir.
Come in.
I'm going to enter the room and... First of all, is there any empty dishes or anything on the table? Like he's had breakfast or some tea?
Yeah, there's something there from lunch.
Great.
It's hard to move. So.
Oh, thank you.
Good call.
I'm going to go over to the dishes and I'm going to start like stacking them and like I'm collecting them. Sir, did you have any requests for dinner tonight?
Yes, I already told you.
I must have slipped my mind.
We need that leg of lamb from last week.
That's right. That's what it was. Pretty good, sir. Great. I'll just take these dishes out of your way. Would you like a refill on your tea or anything?
No, get out. What are you doing in here?
Okay. Yes, sir. Oh, spider, sir. I'd slap his back.
Ow! What the hell?
I must have bit you. I tried to stop it.
Did you poke me with something?
No, sir. There was a spider.
Did you get it?
I did. But it may have bitten you. I'm sorry. I tried.
Idiot. Next time, just get it off with a piece of paper or a stick or something.
Yes, I apologize, sir. I'll get these dishes out of here.
You're not getting paid for today. Get out.
Very well, sir. That's fair. And I leave and close the door behind me.
All right. What will you do now?
Are there... Actually, wait. I need to read one of my spells real quick. Dang it. I don't have it written down. I can't remember if I can move my... I have the shadow spell that lets me...
Umbraturgy.
That lets me hide two people, but I can't remember if I can move it with me.
Let me open it real quick.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you have
Yeah, actually, I have it right here.
This is, for those who are watching, this is one of the spells from the Dark Arts Player's Companion.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not have that, you will not find it in your Player's Handbook. Let's see.
I think you're missing a couple pages.
Might be.
Yeah, the spells end at S.
They might just be floating around the room somewhere. I don't have them stapled or anything, but I have it here.
Great.
You cause the shadows to conceal up to 2 creatures within a 15-foot radius area of dim light or darkness, allowing them to hide on a bonus action in their next turn if they remain in the area. So no, it cannot move.
Great. In that case, are there windows?
There's a window at the end of the hallway.
I'm going to set the dishes somewhere. I don't see what's over there.
Right there's the window.
Okay, great. I'm going to set the dishes
On the windowsill.
on the windowsill. That's fine.
All right.
And then I'm going to climb out the window and.
Before he does that, I want the shadow next to the window.
Okay.
I want a hand to come out from the shadow and grab Darrow from behind.
What spell is this? Is this also Umbraturgy?
No, this is the Umbra form. So I used it on myself.
Okay.
And I went up.
So the shadow reaches out and grabs you.
Yeah.
But you cannot interact with anything while you're a shadow. So
I know.
the shadow of a hand comes over you, and you see it. And
Okay.
You feel it.
And
I immediately draw my rapier, my shiny rapier, and
I come out of shadow form, but it's not Raylan.
It's Zalios.
It's Zalios.
All right. Well, let's get Zalios' figure on there.
oh, we gotta move us both to into the hallway now. Oh, jeez. It's all yours.
Darrow.
Sorry.
Where is Darrow?
Right
He-
there.
he's,
he's
so
behind
you
the
were at
door.
the window right here, right?
Yeah, I was about to climb out.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Since going downstairs is a
Sorry.
little awkward.
It's all right.
Messing with walls a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay.
So yeah, Zalios appears in front of you.
What are you doing here?
Roll your charisma save, right?
Yeah.
Roll your charisma save for Zalios' presence.
Yeah.
You.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you transform to Zalios while you were in? Or did you do it outside, or did you do it just now?
Just now.
So yeah, roll your charisma save.
Okay. Not very great. 6.
You fail. You are frightened of Zalios.
Yeah.
And I'm out the window.
No, because he's holding on to you.
Oh.
You don't have to run, but you can't willingly move closer.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, like he shows up, and all shadowy and stuff. I go for a second to the window to jump out, but then I stop, and then I'm like, what are you doing here?
I mean, I think if you try to grab him, you have to
Well, he
roll for grapple.
I'm
'cause,
not trying to.
Yeah, he's not trying to.
I'm not trying to
Yeah,
break him away.
if you let him, he doesn't have to roll for
Yeah.
it.
So, Zalios
It
says.
just took me a second to realize what was going on,
Yeah.
which is why I was scared.
Zalios says, "Where do you think you're going?
Out the window,
Why?
because if I go downstairs, they'll see me.
But your job is not done yet.
Oh, it's done.
No, it's not.
He's going to die of that illness within time.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about everyone else in this house. They're still alive.
It needs to
Oh
look-
shit!
Yeah.
And as he says that, Zalios starts to walk down the hall.
No. Wait.
Zalios, you hear Yuri's voice.
Uh-oh.
Zalios, no, we're not getting paid for them, Zalios.
You also hear my voice. Like, it's supposed to look like an accident.
And he goes to the bedroom.
There's nobody in there.
I'm gonna go into the bedroom behind him. Oh wait, I can't move towards him.
Yeah, you can't move
You
towards
can
him.
if it's been more than 6 seconds. It only lasts one round.
Well, can we see who goes first then?
Oh no, you're going first.
You went first,
I'm
for
following
sure,
you
yeah.
in.
So I turn from there, and I open the door where.
Wait, you didn't go into the bedroom.
Well, because I didn't see anyone in there.
Okay, then I still follow you to the bedroom.
And then I open the door to Jarmish.
You open the door to Jarmish, and there's Jarmish sitting there reading some papers, and he looks up and sees a devil.
And
Actually, before he looks up, I'm gonna Uberturge. I can never say that word. Uberturge. Uberturge, a shadow over both of us to hide us.
Okay, well then the
I
door
want-
opens, and Jarmish sees just a dark shadow.
It would just be like general darkness in the
Yeah,
room.
he sees nothing.
Yeah, okay.
It's just too dark to see out.
Yeah.
What? Hello?
Zalios' hand comes up.
I'm gonna grab his hand and try to push him to the side.
Okay, athletics checks opposed.
You're gonna pose it, all right? Where's my athletics?
Zalios, listen. Listen. The wife and the servant are innocent.
16.
Gonna do a luck.
What'd you get?
A 1.
Okay.
You gonna use your luck on
Yeah,
it? All
gonna
right.
do a luck.
Oh gosh.
We'll see. Ooh, that's better. Athletics, 17.
16.
Beats 16.
Yeah. So I'm not pushing
You're
him.
not able to push him.
Zalios cast a spell.
What?
I'm going to jump in front of it.
Oh,
What spell are you casting?
Chaos Bolt.
And I'm going
Give me
to
a dex save.
dex save to jump in front of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not a dex check, not a dex save.
Okay.
So don't add your saving throw modifier. Just dex.
So it's just straight dex.
Just straight dex.
Okay. God damn it. 5.
Roll your attack.
But I'm going to use Unsettling Visage and drop my disguise.
That only works if he's.
Oh, yeah, if it's attacking me. Damn it.
Okay, we got a 16.
It's a hit. What's the damage type?
It's gonna be. Oh.
What'd you get?
So, normally, when you roll the 2 dice, it's whatever you choose between the
Oh.
two. But
You rolled the same.
I rolled the same.
Okay.
So, it's force, but now it's times 2. So,
I mean,
No, if you roll the same number on both d8s, the chaotic energy leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice within 30 feet. So make a new attack roll against the new target. The only other creature within 30 feet is
me.
Darrow.
is Darrow. That's a 9. Let me make sure. Chaos Bolt.
Or yourself.
Plus 6. 15.
against armor or?
Your armor.
Yeah, 14. You hit.
Yeah.
So, what was the damage type?
Force.
It was force.
Oh, force. Okay,
And so
give
I still
give me
gotta
the
add.
first damage roll.
Well, yeah. First, I still gotta, because I still gotta add the D6, and then I gotta add the Zalios transformation.
Okay.
So.
I am going to use Uncanny Dodge, which has the damage.
Oh, thank God. They're both 1s.
Okay.
Oh.
But still.
So
it's
what's
gonna
the
be
total
8,
damage for Jarmish?
9, 10 damage.
You have killed him.
Mm-hmm.
He yells when the door opens, and he just sees shadow. And then your hand comes up. There's the scuffle of you trying to push him out of the way, and then the bolt comes flying towards the room, and he doesn't have a chance to say anything else before it hits him and blasts him out of his chair. He flies back across the room and hits that opposite wall away from you. Yeah. In fact, that little round table gets knocked over. Yeah. Yeah, and there's a window there, and he slumps down below it. And you hear a voice from below. Jarmish, are you okay? And then the bolt bounces off of where Jarmish was and flies back and hits Darrow for the same damage.
Half. I use Uncanny Dodge,
Yep.
Okay.
which is 5, right?
Yeah, 5.
So Eerie continues to rant in your head. Zalios, no, listen. You have to leave. You've killed him. That's fine. We have to go now. He was supposed to die. No one else needs to die, Zalios.
I still hear more, Zalios says. And he steps out the door. And he waits for the wife to come upstairs.
I'm going to...
Eerie just got a nat 20
Oh, shit.
to wake up Raylan.
Oh, okay, good. So, when that happens, I'm going to let you take control. Because
Of who?
now,
Of which character?
because now Eerie is in direct control of Raylan's body, like everything.
No, all Eerie did was wake up Raylan so that he can battle Zalios.
Yeah, but they're gonna battle, and Eerie's gonna be controlling his body as they're battling in the head right now.
Interesting. Okay, so Darrow.
So you see like the shadow of Zalios go around him, and then it goes in his head, and then it's Eerie.
It becomes Zaylan form
Yeah.
without the wings
Yeah.
and just slightly droopier hair. And he turns to you, Darrow, and says, "What's going on?" Darrow?
Raylan.
No, it's Eerie.
Oh. We have to go now.
Okay.
Come with me out the window.
What about? Yeah, let's go there. So you two of you run to the window.
Yeah. I'm gonna knock. Is there any candles or anything going?
No, it's daytime, so there's no need for that.
Oh, I forgot. No, good. Keep going. Keep going.
Are you going out the window? Because Eerie is
Yeah.
already halfway out.
Yeah, we're going out the window. Yes, we're going out the window.
The wife is now. You can hear her coming up the stairs.
Cool. And we get out. I assume just in time.
Yeah.
Man.
So you are now out on the street with Zaylan's body.
Yes, I'm still kind of holding my wound, mostly to kind of play it up.
Darrow, I'm so sorry. I tried to stop him.
If it wasn't you right now in control, Raylan, Zalios, if whoever you are nowadays, if you can hear me, I was gonna give you all this money to give to the blacksmiths, so they can buy their tools or hire more people, whatever they need to make the quota.
They can't hear you. They're busy screaming at each other.
We have to get out of here. We gotta get out of this area before the police are called or the guards are called.
As you're running down the street, Eerie just occasionally yells, "No, you shut up!" Don't tell him that! You're a jerk! So where are you headed? Back to the hospital?
Yeah, back to the hospital. That's the
All right.
only place we can go.
Well, when you get there, you find Oven.
I'm still in servant form too.
Yeah. You will have opportunities to duck into alleys or whatever and change back to whoever you want.
Okay, so I'll pull Eerie aside and I'll just change to Elon again.
Okay. So you are able to get to there's no guards in town. They're all at the wall.
Yeah.
So you're able to get to the temple without incident. You find Oven in the hospital ward gleefully showing off her new staff to Camilla and the others. Raffin and Jack.
Did we never finish our whatever?
Your little conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was over. He gave this giving you the staff was the last thing he said, and then he kind of, unless you had more you wanted to say to him.
Is he coming with us now?
No,
Oh yeah.
no, he's not.
The
He's not.
the
He's
murder
not the
type.
adventurer type.
So the murder. He makes a very terrible apostle then.
Well, that's why he gave you. I mean, he travels from town to town, but he doesn't go off, fighting. He gave you. That's why he gave you the staff
Okay.
to aid in your.
So that is him.
Whatever.
His version of overseeing my activities.
Well, he's going to keep checking in with you, but yeah, he's not. He's not traveling with you.
Okay. So I guess I'm just gleefully showing off the murder staff, which I have not yet attuned.
Correct.
We come bursting in. Who is all in the room right now?
Oven, Raffin, Jack, and Camilla.
Okay. Is there a lock on the door?
No.
I'm
There
gonna.
are plenty of beds. And
I'm gonna
things.
move, some nearby furniture to the door to bar it.
Okay. Zaylin/Erie goes to their bed and just kind of collapses on it like this. You just hear her going, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut
I
up,
come
shut
over
up."
there. And I lay a hand on her shoulder and Erie, while you're in control, I'm gonna tie you up. I hope you don't mind. Or I hope you understand.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tie them to the bed with the rope,
All right.
the hemp rope I have. So Zalios just went crazy on us at the job. The job is done, but it's way messier than it should have been. It definitely does not look like an accident anymore. Yeah.
So.
Right now it's Erie. Somehow she got control of them.
Oh.
Which is really amazing, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm saying all this while I'm like making the knots really good.
She looks at you with tears in his eyes. He says, I want Throck.
Oh man, if only Throck was here.
I know, right?
Yeah, we both want Throck right now, but Throck is currently at the wall.
Camilla comes over and says, Erie? Erie, is that you? Yeah, it's me, but I can't hear very much except for those two yelling at each other.
Could you describe what's happening? Like where are we at here exactly?
Raylan,
You look hurt. Do you need help?
I'll be okay for now.
Raylan is trying to tell Zalios that that he shouldn't be killing people, and Zalios doesn't believe him anymore. Zalios just wanted to kill everybody in the house, and he doesn't understand why it was okay to kill one guy and not the rest of the family. And Raylan is trying to convince him that it was a job, and it was okay because it was a job. And I don't think Zalios is listening anymore.
It was more than a job. It was a chance to help these workers.
That's what Raylan said, but Zalios doesn't believe him, and I don't believe him either.
Well, I pull out the 100 gold that I picked up, or that I got paid, plus the 100 gold, 300 silver, 500 copper, and I toss it on the bed. That was going to be for the workers. That is for the workers.
She doesn't respond to that. Mm-hmm. She's just crying now.
That's the thing I was like, oh my god, I'll tell you something afterwards. Probably should have said beforehand.
Yeah.
So Raffin and Camilla are both sitting on the bed with her now, just trying to calm her down.
Dang it, Throck.
Oh man, this would be a perfect time for Throck moving here.
Well, what would Throck do? I could be Throck.
Throck is honestly probably having a whole lot of fun with his friends, but maybe she just needs to see Throck. And he would probably do Throcky things like try to make her laugh.
I don't think he tries to make her laugh. I think he just does.
Yeah, I guess just be Throck.
All right. I turn back to Yuri. I'm gonna go see if I can retrieve Throck. And I unbar the door and go outside.
As soon as you open the door,
Mm-hmm.
there is a changeling standing on the other side.
Oh.
It looks like Noonan, but changeling colored. He says, "So, little problem with your friend there, huh, boy?"
Yep, but when you have a friend that can potentially destroy the world, it could be useful. I gotta go though, so now's not the time.
I can take care of him for you if you can't do it yourself.
Right now, it's not him.
You live an interesting life, boy.
Yup.
Well,
Interesting is the right way to say it. How's that lonely life working out for you?
I see you from time to time. You don't always see me, but that's the way it is.
Wonderful. I have to do some stuff now, so you can hang around, or actually, could you be me for a minute?
Yeah, no problem. He steps in the room. By the time he gets through the door, he's already you.
Great. And I change into Throck, and you found me out at the wall.
He turns around, looks at you, and then he says to the room in a perfect imitation of your voice, "Guys, I got Throck. He was already on his way back in."
Hello.
Eerie looks over and says, "Darrow, that's not funny."
Perfect.
Damn. How?
You're just gonna have to wait for the.
Wait,
real
don't
Throck.
leave though. Just stand there and look like Throck.
Strong as her men. And he goes and fist bumps her tied hand.
Raffin looks at you and looks at her and says, "How did you know that was? What's going on?"
With a loud creak, I guess he sits on the bed next to her.
You
Probably
actually
like,
weigh the same, which is
weigh the same.
as you normally do. You,
Oh, it's just
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I don't.
You
gain
just kind of
mass.
blow up. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Your stats and everything stays the same.
wonderful.
So, Raffin stands up, and goes over to Docs, and says, "Darrow, can we talk outside for a minute?" Doc says, "Yeah, sure, let's go."
I like eyeball him, but can't break. Like,
All right, so they leave. What are you guys doing?
Kind of watching Zaylin Eerie out of the corner of my eye.
All right.
this is
What is
weird.
happening inside the brain there?
Okay. So pretty much what you said is happening. It's a battle between Raylan and Zelios. Zelios is arguing with Raylan because since Darrow is like one of the main influences,
Yeah.
he saw Darrow just murder someone, and he's like, okay, that means we should just murder everyone in there, right? And Raylan's trying to somehow convince him, but it's not working. So as the argument gets more and more intense, Zelios starts to think that Raylan's is not on his side, and unfortunately, I think the next time he gets the chance, it's going to be Zelios coming out in the body.
Okay.
So it's either going to have to be someone else to convince Zelios, because Raylan's not getting through to him right now.
Okay.
Can I?
What?
But you guys don't know this.
Well, I mean, Eerie is very clearly freaking out
Yeah.
in the body. look at the staff. And look at Zaylin. And look at the staff. Look at Zaylin. Eerie? Are you going to mind very much if I just kind of pop you on the head a little?
What?
Just to get the attention of
Throck.
Zaylin and Zalios.
I prefer Eerie.
I do too.
He's like petting her head, or his head, but like,
Melissa, I really don't think you should hit her on the head.
wait, who's, oh, Camilla.
Yeah.
But I mean, technically, it's the boy that I'm hitting on the head. Right?
That's a good point. Go ahead.
Do you mind, Eerie?
Yes.
Do you mind very much?
Wait,
Will it make them stop yelling?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out.
no.
Okay.
My voice comes back to Throck. I wonder if the alcohol thing will work in reverse right now.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's something I didn't consider.
Ooh.
Although I'm not sure I want to drunk
Eerie
Zaylin.
says, what alcohol thing?
Don't worry about it, Eerie. Let's get him alcohol.
All right. Before you guys leave the room, Docs, as Darrow comes back in, comes over to you, says, that old man is afraid of everything, and he doesn't want to do anything because I stopped listening. He just sucks.
Wait, this is Skell that was talking to him?
It was Raffin.
Raffin. Was Raffin the one getting sent back to?
No,
No,
Skell
that's
was.
Skell.
Raffin was the old man that was in charge that got voted out because he made them run away from Zahir.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. He takes care of Eerie and Jack, but is notoriously a coward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the information.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You do that.
Yeah, this is making me uncomfortable. What?
Lots of alcohol.
I don't really do the helping friends thing. I don't know if he told you that's kind of what we're fighting about.
Strong alcohol.
I'm gonna go.
Date or no?
Look, that was a joke. It's not happening. I know.
Where can I find the alcohol if you're not going to?
I have some, but
It's
I don't
a
know how
temple.
much.
There's alcohol everywhere. So he
The
leaves.
holy water.
No, holy water.
He leaves, but Skell comes in. He says, "Hey, Darrow sent me in. What's going on?"
Alcohol. Lots of it. So much alcohol.
Why do you have the boy tied up?
He's fighting with himself. Alcohol.
Okay.
He had a rough day. He needs a drink.
Yeah, Skell leaves, comes back, brings a bottle in each hand.
More.
Okay.
Well, we don't need to kill him.
We're not trying.
Skell
I don't know how much Zalios needs.
brings a total of 5 bottles
Great.
I'm pretty sure.
of wine.
Well, I guess we'll just start and see. And I take a swig first.
All right, Eerie.
It's wine.
Yeah. Well, I'm not much of a wine drinker, but I needed it.
All right. So are you going to start pouring it down Eerie's throat?
No,
We're gonna.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna find a cup. It's probably like a water cup nearby. and
Yeah. I mean,
Pour it out and put some wine in it. And like, here, try this.
Well, she's tied up.
Oh fuck.
Well, we're gonna keep her tied up.
Uh,
Start chugging.
yeah, I'm gonna start like
She
helping
drinks
her.
it.
Yeah.
About 5 cups in, she starts to get super woozy.
So it doesn't work in reverse.
Well, she also has stopped crying.
Eerie.
Oh.
Mistress,
What's going on up in there?
the boys are they're still fighting, but they're not very good at it anymore.
More alcohol.
Well, we're not trying to knock them out, I guess.
I'm 100% trying to knock them out.
Well, they're gonna wake up and you still have to deal with them.
Oh. Zalios told Raylan he loved him.
Oh. Okay, I think we're okay then.
Oh, but he said it really angry.
Angry love is better than love.
One more cup?
Let's see what happens.
Half a cup.
Here, do you want a cup?
I do want a cup.
Take a cup.
Just
All
one
right.
jug.
So yeah, Raylan and Zalios are at a stage where they're sort of at the in vino veritas stage, where they're still fighting, but now like the real reasons why they're mad at each other are coming out, and it's like, you know,
Childhood
I just
traumas.
want you to be friends with me, and like, oh, all I ever try and do is protect you, and nothing I ever do is good enough, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Like now it's like all personal stuff.
Yeah.
Personal stuff. Not really the killing. It was more. Now it's more like all the stuff that's been getting on Zalios' nerves, and then all the stuff that's been getting on Raylan's nerves.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what's going on now.
It's better than kill everything.
Eerie was telling us that's what was going on.
Well, she didn't phrase it like that. I was just letting Alan know where he was at.
Oh, okay.
The boys are getting drunk, but Eerie is as well, just not quite as much as them.
So yeah, I mean, I think at some point that like they will probably pass out, like the both of them.
Spooning or
Yeah.
like
Probably Raylan.
Yeah, all
First.
three of them actually.
Yeah.
Within an hour, all three of them are
Yeah.
out. You don't know that, but Eerie is out, and
which is
Yeah.
as far as we can go.
yeah, that's as far as you know.
Yeah.
We're still going to keep them tied up, right?
Yeah, until we figure it out what's going on.
Great.
All right,
Okay.
good job, murder. It's a successful dead guy, and
I was man. I forgot that when the wife was coming up, and he rolled that 20. I could have used the luck to make him re-roll the roll. I forgot.
Wait, you rolled a 20 to.
You rolled the 20.
No,
Oh,
he rolled a 20. He rolled a 20 for Eerie.
Eerie, yeah.
But I forgot that you can
You
make
could
somebody re-roll something, but it's fine. Still went out.
Well,
what I was gonna do.
that was a very important role. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Oh.
was a great roll.
He would have took down everybody in that house.
It was legitimately a nat 22. I was amazed. I was like, oh, let's just see what Eerie can do. And I was like, oh, all right.
But if he started, if he, in all honesty, if he started taking more steps toward the stairs, I was gonna start fighting him.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
then,
that was kind of what I was thinking was going to happen.
yeah,
I mean, you kind of did start fighting him. You tackled him.
Yeah.
You tried to jump
tried
in front
to.
of his Chaos Bolt.
yeah.
And then it ricocheted. That was cool.
It would have been so much cooler if it actually just hit him though.
So,
So that's-
you can take some time to attune now.
Huzzah.
Zaylin.
Or Eerie right now.
Or Eerie. Well, I am going to need
Yeah.
Raylan to do a sanity check.
Okay.
What about Zaylan? I mean,
Or Zalios.
Zalios.
I don't think Zalios needs
Well,
to.
they have the same sanity score.
No. All right. It was +1, right? Because I think it was +1.
Oh, you had the most.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, still 13.
No, second
so
most.
yeah, +1.
Yeah, so probably +1.
All right.
It was 13.
13. I'll keep that.
What's your number?
13.
Oh, 13 on the die. Okay.
Well, 12 then 13.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Raylan succeeds his sanity check. which means he's not getting a card right now. It also means that he can come back after a day.
After a day, okay.
Yeah. But when it regains consciousness, it will be Zelios.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to ponder about this.
Yeah.
Until next week. We will.
Well, the week after next.
Well, week after next.
Week after next, that's right.
I do want to talk to you in private about something too.
Okay.
Well,
Very good. We are about 10 minutes early. Is there anything else that you two want to do before we wrap up for the night?
The thing I want to do next is not going to take, or it's going to take more than 10 minutes, so we can wait until next time.
Okay. All right. So, as everyone is sitting down, waiting to spend the rest of the day indoors, all of a sudden, Oven, who has been staring at her staff for an hour, suddenly sits up like this, and then the staff explodes into a bunch of ravens, and they just start circling around her in the room, and then they come back into the form
everyone
of
has
the
such
staff.
cool stuff.
Did you guys see that?
See that?
I'm drunk and asleep and I don't
Yeah,
know.
and Darrow Throck is like comforting.
Raffin has backed up into the far corner.
I'm surprised Raven is still with us. He's been through a lot.
Everyone he knows is here.
Raven, did you
I'm
see
surprised,
that?
I'm surprised out of everyone, he's not the one who's died so far.
Because he doesn't get in
coward.
front of things.
Yeah, he's a coward. Cowards live the longest.
But he's like Jack's friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jack, by the way, has been in the room for everything that's happened in this room, and has not been speaking because he's Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've thought about like any reason to ever include him in anything, and I haven't had a reason. So
He's a child.
yeah, that's basically.
Now that you guys are not escorting him across dangerous lands, it is unlikely that Grieve would allow him to just go help with a murderer.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right. So yes, next week is Thanksgiving in the U.S. So we will not be.
rerun.
We probably a rerun, but we will not be having a game next week. The week after that, we'll be right back here at this table, and we will see everyone then. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Merci.
Where's the? Aha, we're out.
Bye.
Why?